I started online about 3 years ago. I had just gotten out of the Army after almost 8 years. New mom, husband was deployed, and I was really unsure of myself and didn't really know what I was going to do. I knew going back to work full-time wasn't an option because I wanted to be there for our daughter. When she was born, my husband had nicknamed her Peaknits, which is where I took the spin-off of Peaknits, because when I first started it was strictly going to be knitting, and my great-grandmother had taught me to knit. So I started knitting, and it basically got out of control. What happened, I was starting to do like a couple projects here and there, and then it turned into like requests from friends, and it got to the point where I couldn't really keep up with it anymore. So I started throwing stuff online, and I kind of wanted my daughter involved in the process because she was such a big part of my life at the time. When we won our military spouse business grant in August, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was like that small push and boost of confidence I needed to let me know that like I could do more than just working out of our home. Currently we do a little bit of everything. I'm primarily doing hand spinning and weaving right now. So I do a little bit of knitting, but it has taken the back burner. Sometimes I'm able to come across like a really rare fleece, like Icelandic lopi and stuff, and I'll jump on those contracts in addition to doing my alpaca ones because I just want the experience and all the different fibers. Hand spinning is a very personal process for me. You sit and you work on an animal's fleece for like 60 hours. Sometimes those fleeces take like 8 skeins, 180 yards each. There's a lot of time involved in it, and when you're working that closely, you kind of wanted to develop a rapport with your farmer, and that's where, again, Alpaca Joy Maryland came into play because they were local. And my little girl at the time was having some sensory issues, and our occupational therapist had suggested to use the alpacas as like a therapeutic way. So instead of just going out there and picking up fleeces, we'd then like start going out there a couple times a week during the summer just so she could play with the alpacas. So it like definitely went from like a business to more of like a personal and business rapport. She just started to learn how to spin, and she does a little weaving, but she's also 6 and she's all about instant gratification right now. She's my Bam Bam, and she'll rip through something within a day. Like she's not there yet to spend 60 hours on a garment for her to have her rip it or lose it in school. So the shop has totally transformed, and I can almost say it's more like its own organism, because you can sit back and watch it evolve. Like what originally started as online business of just handmade, hand knit, simple baby blankets, we're now like in the process of teaching other people who want to spin, teaching them how to process the fleeces, and we're now placing them with other farms around Maryland and helping them with their farmers.